Hi guys from the Contour, Sweden, January. Always down there, my ugly face of me trying to fish some salmon somewhere in Norway or in Sweden. Trying, because it just few times for me to get the real stuff. Usually I see them, I try to get them, they run away. I have to buy salmon in the shop, so it's also bad because I don't like to kill animals, neither fish, but I enjoy a lot to fish, and these places, in Scandinavia is something absolutely fantastic. I think people that have been here, people that like to fish, well, absolutely understand what I mean. Back on modeling, So the stuff that I wanted to show you today, it is something unusual also today. You are now used to see me making trucks or cars, sometimes military vehicles and so on. This is quite unusual. But I like also them because I like everything that is in scale, everything that is teeny, tailored, and small scale, and full of little stupid details. I like them so much, so I love this stuff. What I wanted to show you now, I found a picture of the time. Maybe this one. Here you can see it quite better. What are we talking about? What is this? This is a train. This is a maneuvering train from used. This was one of the earliest applications of the diesel engine. Was in this railway shunter locomotive, used between 1920 to 1925. So what was this? This was a little maneuvering, locomotive used by Italians in the 20s, so before Mussolini arrival and before everything and before the war, so between the two wars. And the item is extremely tiny and have been completely scratch built. This is a model that I made under a specific request by a collector of this kind of trains. They are lovely because they are extremely little. This is stuff that I think all the item will measure. I guess, talking of a stuff that is exaggerating 7 centimeter long, with the springs in front and on the tail. Otherwise, without is 5 centimeter long, so 5 centimeter little train. The scale is 187, so H0, and have been completely scratch built in plastic. For the specific volunty of the commitment, it is not a workable part. So when I built up the items, I had an element, the unit that you usually can place in the lower part of the train, that is the one taking electricity from the rails, and it can be workable. But this stuff, also when you make them workable, it's very, very rare that people want to see them running around and pulling stuff, because they are too delicate and too sensitive, even more when they have this level of details with small handles and so little and tiny details, and not molded in plastic. This is stuff that I made from brass, plastic, copper. There is a lot of little materials, and the specific request, I usually don't build up trains, but this specific request I need to make like a courtesy, because the fellow that wanted it had a problem. I hadn't charged another professionist to build up trains, and he built up this one that from first look it looked quite well done. Proportions are the same, the item looks the same, it looks like the stuff that we have in the picture down there. It looks like that. But if you look closely at what, unfortunately, this guy, I suspect that they told me that he passed away, so he neither could correct the stuff that I produce for my clients. It is stuff that is in warranty for life. So if you have a problem, if you find a mistake, it can happen. I build so much models, and sometimes in scratch builds it happens that you find something that is not properly well done. Working, this is stuff that could happen. In the last years it never happened, but in the first model I built up model under request since I think nearly now 25 years. And what he did on this model was that the dimension and the proportion of the vehicle was completely mistaken. And how can you recognize this? If you simply check at this is the proportion of what he did, and you clearly see there is something mismatching, because, for example, if you look at the standard measure, this is a wagon that you can buy in ordinary modeling shops. So the proportion and the dimension, this is in the correct size, 187, but this was the tractor was not in the correct dimension. If they exit from a tunnel and so on, this cannot work. You see also the line on the springs between the wagon and the pool was mistaken, so there was something. And all the dimension, if you look at it carefully, the main upper arch of the roof was mistaken, the three windows are also mistaken, so there was absolutely something that can absolutely happen. So I understand he had no way to ask the original modeler to fix this item, so this guy asked me if I could make it, but I nearly never, if not never, want to work over other people models, other people work. So I prefer to build up it completely from scratch. And so I will give it back this one. Usually they anyway keep them somewhere or they gift. But this is very, very, when it is about trains, you know better than me that it is very, very expensive items, So what I did here, it was mostly to recreate in the proper dimensions, in my models. In my model here, the line is respected, the overall proportion is the correct one, I guess, and the item is absolutely lovely and in better proportion. Also about this model, you don't have so much information more than that picture. That is a very rare picture that I probably will post online in my page, just if somebody like this kind of items, because they are very, very particular. We also had some flat ones, like only this part that was named the Flat Fish, operating in Milano, Stazione Centrale. It was Soglio Labadoni was the name. It was very similar to this, was mostly kind of flat locomotive working on the railways to build up and to assemble the trains before they work, So this was a model quite uncommon for me, and took nearly, I think, 150 hours in building up. I would like to add in my videos, in my future videos, maybe also the timing in hours that I spend in this desk to build up this item, to give an idea, because sometimes modelers ask me, but you are very quick, how can you do it? I spent nearly 15 to 18 hours in this office to build up this item, because when you like them so much, when you like your items, it's very, very easy. Time pass so quick, and you neither feel the pain of being seated down for many hours in a desk to produce something that you basically like so much at first. And that's it. This was the Locomotore Diesel 1925, and despite it is not a racing car, I hope you like it anyway, guys, and thanks for watching, and see you in my next video. Thank you, guys.